These 22 people could have left North Korea but didn't. Why? In 2018, 22 North Korean citizens could have left the brutal regime of North Korea, but they didn't. Do you know why? To answer this question, let's get back in time. North Korea was created after the Second World War. When the Japanese occupation ended in 1948, it was divided into two parts, the northern and southern parts. The northern part was the Soviet zone and the southern part was American. In both parts of the country, democratic elections were supposed to take place to determine the future of the peninsula. However, under the influence of Stalin, democratic elections did not take place in the north. These parts of the country gradually formed separate republics. These republics, however, had a very different paths. North Korea is an authoritarian regime led by the Kim dynasty, being led by the supreme leader Kim Jong-un as of today. North Korea's regime can be characterized by a single-party system dominated by the Workers' Party of Korea, extreme censorship, and a cult of personality surrounding the ruling family. The country is known for its isolation from the rest of the world, with strict control over information and minimal political freedoms. North Korea also pursued a policy of self-reliance known as Juk and maintained a highly centralized economy. On the other hand, South Korea is a democratic republic. The country holds regular, free, and fair elections with a multi-party system and a separation of powers among the executive, legislative, and judicial branches of government. South Korea has a market-oriented economy and is known for its economic prosperity and global integration. It has a vibrant civil society and respect for individual rights and freedoms. However, it faces ongoing challenges related to inter-Korean relations and the long-standing conflict with North Korea. But back to North Korea. As you probably know, North Korea is known for not complying with human rights. The human rights record of North Korea is often considered to be the worst in the world and has been globally condemned with the United Nations, the European Union, and groups such as Human Rights Watch all critical of it. Most international human rights organizations consider North Korea to have no contemporary parallel with respect to violations of liberty. North Korea has long been under scrutiny for its systematic and widespread violations of human rights. The reclusive regime led by the Kim dynasty has created a highly controlled and oppressive environment where the most fundamental rights and freedoms are denied to its citizens. One of the most egregious violations is the severe restriction on freedom of expression and information. North Korean citizens are subjected to state-sponsored propaganda and censorship, with no access to independent news sources or the internet. Any criticism of the government, even in private conversations, can lead to severe punishment, including imprisonment in brutal labor camps, where prisoners are forced to work up to 20 hours a day in inhumane conditions with not enough food and clear water. Political repression is another hallmark of North Korea's regime. Any form of dissent is swiftly crushed, often through public executions and arbitrary detention. The prison camp system in North Korea is a human rights catastrophe. Tens of thousands of individuals, including political dissidents, are subjected to forced labor and even torture and inhumane conditions, with many of them dying within the first month of imprisonment. And what's even worse about North Korea is you are not allowed to leave the country. The North Korean government prohibits citizens from leaving to maintain control, prevent the spread of information about the outside world, and suppress potential dissent. Leaving the country is considered an act of betrayal, and the regime enforces strict border controls and severe punishments for defectors. Even it is not allowed to leave North Korea. Many people try to defect to South Korea, China, or Russia, but only a small percentage of these defectors escape North Korea successfully, as North Korean soldiers are ordered to shoot anyone who tries to escape from the country. The number of people attempting to leave North Korea each year can vary, and it is challenging to obtain precise figures due to the secretive nature of the North Korean regime. Many North Koreans attempt to defect to South Korea or other countries in search of better living conditions, political freedom, and improved economic opportunities. South Korea is a common destination for North Korean defectors due to their shared Korean heritage. In the past, there have been estimates suggesting that several thousand of North Koreans attempt to defect each year. However, the actual numbers can fluctuate significantly from year to year and are subject to many factors, including border security measures and diplomatic relations between North and South Korea. But in 2018, something very unusual happened. After 8 years, 22 North Korean athletes were sent to the Winter Olympic Games in Pyeongchang, South Korea, to compete in various winter sports. These sportsmen were one of very few people allowed to exit North Korean borders. Give it the chance why none of these North Koreans tried to escape their guards to start a new life in South Korea? The answer is very simple: because of their families. If a North Korean athlete defected, it would be a slap in the face to the Kim regime, and any family members back in North Korea will face severe punishment. If a crime is committed in North Korea, not only the criminal, but also their family will be punished up to the third generation. Public and secret executions of prisoners, including children, especially in cases of escape attempts and infanticides, forced abortions, and baby killings upon birth, often occur. The mortality rate is very high because many prisoners die of starvation, illnesses, work accidents, or torture. Common criminals convicted of crimes such as murder, robbery, rape, drug dealing, smuggling, piracy, and vandalism have also been reported to be executed, mostly by firing squad. Also, athletes are not treated same as working class in North Korea. The families are well-connected and intensely loyal to the Kim family regime. From a material standpoint, they live comfortable lives in the capital, and they receive awards from the state for good performances, such as refrigerators and even apartments. The North Korean sports program typically picks the top athletes from regional competitions at an early age and brings them to the capital to train in special schools and academies for many years. From a regular people's point of view, the athletes are nowhere near the general people. Kim Danby, who defected from North Korea in 2011, said the athletes will be thinking about how they're so grateful that the party is giving them the opportunity to participate in training in games overseas. In North Korea, loyalty to the Kim family and the regime is often rewarded through a system of privileges and benefits. Citizens who are perceived as loyal and supportive of the government may receive various rewards, such as access to better jobs. Those who demonstrate unwavering loyalty may have access to better employment opportunities, including positions in government or the ruling Workers' Party. This can provide a higher income and a more comfortable lifestyle. Improved housing. Loyal citizens may receive preferential treatment in terms of housing allocation, leading to better living conditions. They might be given priority for housing in Pyongyang, the capital city. Access to food. In a country known for food shortages, loyal citizens may receive better access to food supplies and rations. This can include receiving larger food allowances or obtaining higher quality food items. Education opportunities. Loyalty can lead to educational opportunities, with individuals and their families receiving access to better schools and universities. Education in North Korea is heavily controlled by the state, and having access to higher education can be a significant reward. Participation in mass events. Loyal citizens may be given the opportunity to participate in mass events and celebrations organized by the regime, such as military parades or large-scale propaganda rallies. Would you try to escape North Korea? Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos in the future. See you at the next video.